Hey, folks. Fuck this fucking bullshit wannabe lame gut fuck of a flick. Let me ask you some questions that some are going to have. One, is it that bad? But I don't think it's good either. I don't think this is a good film. This is not a fun film. This is not an entertaining film. This is not a thrilling film. And yes, I knew this was a thriller going in, not an action film. Yes, I went in with low expectations. Yes, I saw this in a movie theater, and I have no one else to blame but myself and the movie. Yes, I think there are a hell lot better prison movies. Stallone with Lockup. Which this made me think of Lockup, and I'm like, I'd rather just watch Lockup. Fortress with Christopher Lambert. This didn't make me think of Fortress. Yeah, I think Fortress is not an action-packed movie either, but when the action's there, it's fucking kick-ass. Like Christopher Lambert gets that fucking gun, or fights that fucking big-ass vehicle at the end. Christopher Lambert Fortress is better. Should have had, instead of the guy who directed 1408, which I like 1408, and The Right with Anthony Hopkins, which sucked dick. This film did fuck my fucking derriere. Did stick in their ass. And if you like the film, that's cool. You can like the film. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with you liking it. I know a lot of people are going to like this film. I know a lot of people are going to enjoy this film. I know a lot of people are going to have a ball with this film. They don't love this film. They don't like this film. They don't enjoy this film. They're fine with this film. That's fine. You can be fine with the film. Nothing wrong with that. The thing is with me in this movie is, and I know it's going to be weird because because bullet to the balls, my balls, your balls, this isn't going to have as much anger and rage as that one, but even though I like this film, yeah, do I like it more than Bullet to the Head? Yes, but that's not saying much, because I had Stallone and Sung Kang, while this at least has Stallone and Schwarzenegger. I think The Last Stand is better. Yes, I even think Olympus Has Fallen is better. White House Down I had more fun. Fucking World War Z. I tell you one thing. Expendables 2, I don't like Expendables 2, but now I keep thinking maybe I'd even put that above this, even though I didn't like Expendables 2, I'd even put that above this. I don't like Expendables 2. This film was boring. Really, at the end of the day, I know it's a thriller, but it wasn't thrilling. It was boring. It bored me to tears. Okay, it bored me. I swear, I wanted to punch a hole through the world. Okay, I wanted to fucking find puppies, punch them in the face, tip fucking babies through field goals. I just wanted to take my kitten and throw it in someone's face, rip their fucking throat out. Take fucking my army of cats and just sick them on people until they're nothing but bones and teeth and shit. Just so that I could wake up. Just seriously, halfway through this film, I wanted to walk out. I really did. I know you don't be saying, well, Matt, you painted it up so much, it's not that bad. But I think this is such a lame film. You got Schwarzenegger and Stallone finally having enough screen time for a film. And you just wish two things. One, why didn't you do films like this in your prime? So maybe you could do more. That maybe back then you could have actual good action directors, not some fucking guy who did 1408, which I like, but nothing in 1408 screams, let him do a film with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. If John McTiernan wasn't running from the law and the law won, or Randy Harlan wasn't doing fucking Hercules, Michael Davis, guy who did the tournament, there's a number of other fucking directors. God damn it. And yeah, Lockup and Fortress are better than this Fortress with Christopher Lambert. They're more interesting. They're not as boring as this movie. Lockup is not an action film at all. But it was told much more interesting. It made me feel more. It was a good drama. Donald Sutherland is a better villain. Stallone's not a big problem in this film. He's not a problem. But if I compare, I'd say his performance in Lockup is better, much more emotional than this one. Arnold, he's not bad in the film. In fact, he has the best moments. But what to go into this film? It starts off with Stallone, like you see in the trailers, escaping from somewhere place in a prison, and he escapes the prison, and then he tells this guy, because that's his job, to escape from prisons, and he explains to the warden of that prison how he did it, and it's with, oh, I took this chocolate milk and I took this thing off it and I put it on there so that they get fingerprints, and I took the fingerprints and I figured out what the code was, and then I put something like toilet paper and shit there so that the thing doesn't close for the food tray, and then I took that and I made sure, oh, the guards happen to not be at their station. I hear them and I count how long they're there. And when they're not there, I wrote a note. Well, I wrote a letter to let them know the time and the date. Someone from the outside blew up a cars. One car, Stallone got out, faking like a fireman. And I'm like, okay, I get the idea. Wasn't really that interesting, but okay. I know that's his job. Maybe it's not supposed to be interesting, but I just like, okay, can we get to the meat of the story now? I wasn't interested. I really wasn't. I'm sorry. And then Stallone has his little team, 50 Cent, which I wouldn't pay a fucking penny for this guy. This guy cannot ever act. Okay? If you're talking like this, hey, how's it going? Or whatever the fuck he sounds like. It was like with his teeth, like Timothy Olyphant's twin. He was black. Timothy Olyphant test, he was black. He'd be 50 Cent. I mean, they're not in the film too much, but they don't need to be in the film at all because the guy, 50 Cent, and then this girl, who are with Stallone, they're totally useless in the movie. They're totally useless. Same with Vincent D'Onofrio. They might as well not even be in the film. In fact, this film feels too long. It feels too long of a movie. It's 2 hours long, and it felt like 3 hours long. It fucking felt like 3 hours long. The reason I say they're useless is because you have some dialogue, and then throughout the film, you get little pieces when they take her from the prison. The girl and 50 Cent going to visit D'Onofrio. Where's he at? Call the lady. Oh, okay, I did. Have you found him? No. And, ooh, Vincent D'Onofrio's a bad guy. Yeah, no shit. Because, he was an asshole who turned to a bad guy alien because he took his stand for Men in Black. He was a guy who was going to pile Leonard and got fucked in the head and killed himself like a Full Metal Jacket. He was a serial killer in the cell. He was another guy who like took a woman and chained her up. I forgot what movie that was. Yeah, because Fire with Fire, he was a bad guy. Hell, other than the TV show he does, the only thing I can think of is him as bad guy roles. So of course it's not a surprise that he's a bad guy. I kind of knew that going in. I'm like, he's a bad guy, right? And I was right. Go fucking figure. And the movie ends with this little wrap up of Vincent D'Onofrio where skip it to the end. Oh, 50 Cent drugs him and leave him in this car that's in this box on this freighter in the ocean. Then Stallone tosses this girl, invites her out, and the movie ends. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about this girl. I don't give a shit about 50 Cent. I don't give a shit about Vincent D'Onofrio. All that could have been completely cut out. You could have just had Stallone as a guy by himself. He's lonely. They have this little backstory that they don't really touch enough on. That he had a wife and a kid. There's like 2 scenes. He had a wife and a kid, and they were killed by something. And it's like briefly mentioned 2 scenes. It's not really. It's kind of like blinking, you'll miss it. One in which because he's drawing something on the table, and the other because Jim Caviezel as the warden mentions it. You could just have Stallone be same backstory, play a little bit more. That could have been the opening. He escapes from a prison. Hell, the prison escape in Tango and Cash is more exciting. The prison escape in Lockup is more exciting. Make the prison escape more exciting, more thrilling, and then Have him, you know, a little bit backstory with his character instead of dealing with these useless people like 50 Cent, Vincent D'Onofrio, and this other person. They're completely useless. You could have just completely taken them out of the movie. It would have shortened the running time and maybe helped the pace. But that's not the big problem in the movie. That's just one problem for me. Because I didn't give a fuck about him. So he takes the job. This girl comes and offers him another job. And he talks to the girl, and the others are there, and he takes the job. They put this thing in his neck. Then when he gets grabbed, they take the thing out. And of course, it just made me think of Lock Up, which a couple of scenes made me think of Lock Up. Uh, like later on, when he's in isolation, they have these lights on him, which made me think of Lock Up. Or when the warden says, break him. That reminded me of Lock Up, only all that shit was done way better than Lock Up, which I guarantee you got more shit and has a lower rating than this movie. And that's just my personal opinion. I think Lock Up kicks the shit out of this movie, as well as Fortress and other films. I haven't seen Steve from Alcatraz, maybe one day, but maybe that'd be better too. I I know prison movies are not like action-packed movies. Lock Up is an action-packed. Hell, the prison sequence in Tango and Cash was more exciting in this movie. Was more thrilling. Take that sequence in prison with Tango and Cash, made that could be the entire movie. And that scene in Tango and Cash, that stretch of time in the movie, is better than the entire movie Escape Plan. Hell, the fight that the two have against all these prisoners are better than any action scene in this movie. Any. Caruso and Stallone fighting. You could have done that with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The warden gets some prisoners to beat him up, and Arnold Stallone has to team up and fight and film the fight scenes well. Get someone who knows a fucking action scene without. God, why is that so tough to figure out? I thought of it, but $70 million budget, and all these people can't figure that shit out. So they get him there, and the prison isn't as high tech as I thought. Because okay, they're in these sort of cubicles that are see through. Like one's here, one's here, one's here, one's there. But the rest of it looks like a big factory. And of course, spoiler, you find out they're on a big fucking boat. Oh, whoop de fucking do. Okay, they're on a big boat. And okay, when I figured that out, I'm like, yeah, it does look like the inside of a boat. It's not as high tech. I thought, stupid me, for some reason, I thought it would be more futuristic, more high tech, more sci-fi. Because you see in trailers and stuff, like, okay, you see that. I thought there was more to it. But really, there's not. Or there'd be, like, you have these people who look like the fuckers from THS 1138. And I'm like, why do they look like that? I thought there was something special reason they look like that. There's not. Just because. They could just put a fucking hood over their heads. They could just put a fucking hockey mask over their heads, for fuck's sake. No, they look like the guys from THS 1138. Why? I don't know. I remember the first time I saw it in the trailer, I thought, oh shit, is it like robots? But, you know, I knew before going in it wasn't that, but I think that'd be cooler. That'd be cooler, but there's nothing to, it's just, they look like that just because. Just the way it is. There's that far in the wind and you piss in your face. Just the way it is. Okay, Stallone finally meets Arnold. Arnold has some fun bits. I'm going to tell you the bits. One where uh, they meet. Arnold is trying to get Stallone to talk. Stallone doesn't want anything. Arnold says, well, if you need any favors. And Stallone says, I need to be in the isolation room. He said, no, you don't. Yes, I do. Okay. And punches Stallone. And then they did like a 30-second. Pretty much the fight between Arnold and Stallone is what you see in the trailer. Is for humor. You eat like a vegetarian. Arnold gives Stallone a suplex, and then they put it in the isolation chamber. What you saw in the trailer is how long it is. Like 45 seconds. And then again, the isolation chamber, it made me think of Lockup. And Lockup, Stallone is in there and they put the lights on him. Only this is not only the lights, but it's the heat as well. That's what it's not only the lights, but the heat. And Stallone sees something, talks to Arnold about it, says, I need a metal thing. And then one fun bit with Arnold. He goes in there to talk to Jim Caviezel because Jim Caviezel wants Arnold to put a name, to give him a name, and Arnold won't do it. Um, so then Arnold goes, yeah, I'll tell you. Give me, I'll draw you where he's at. And he draws it, and then he's talking some stuff, and gives Jim Caviezel the picture, and it's a picture of an ass with an arrow pointed to it. You see? Like, Arnold was fun there. Let's see. But then they try to torture his ass by trying to drown him, and I'm watching like, other than one bit, I want to be where Arnold's at and be fucking drowned. Waterboard is what you call it, I believe. Another fun bit is trying to start a fight so they can get back in there, and Arnold goes, "Handle you." I forget. I say they're good bits, but I can't. They're decent bits, but I can't fucking remember verbatim what they are. Like, I know your mother. She was your sister or something. She was a good whore. She knew how to do this. I forget the exact dialogue. Uh, like, Arnold was having fun. And it's a shame that he was having fun in such a lackluster, lazy, forgettable movie. And that's, I think, the biggest crime in this film. It is fucking forgettable. It is forgettable. Forgettable film. Forgettable flick. Other fun bits when Stallone's telling him about the guards and Arnold calls one like Luis or Luisa. What do you mean, Luisa? It reminds me of my fat ass. His fat ass reminds me of my ex-wife. Or so he says something like that. There's a bit where when they get back in isolation, Stallone is able to get through, and Arnold's supposed to be get their attention. So he's pretending to be crazy and scared, yelling in German. Good acting performance from Arnold. Or later on when they're escaping, Stallone has a camera and tells him to freeze. And Arnold and this other guy, like Arnold smiles at the camera, and the other guy gives the camera the finger, and they're doing the Jim Caviezel who's watching. So you did some fun bits with Arnold, but does that save the film? No. It's a shitty film with some fun Arnold bits. Action wise, the 2 or 3 fisticuffs in the middle of the film are shaky cam, 30 seconds long, and maybe Arnold threw one, or maybe and Stallone punched one. It's very shaky cam, which they fucking stop doing it. Stop with the fucking goddamn shaky cam. How many fucking times do people have to tell you to stop with the shaky cam? How many fucking times? 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000,000? Stop with the fucking shaky cam. We do not like shaky cam. We do not like a fucking movie doing like this. If I'm fucking throwing a punch like this, it's not fucking good, okay? I like to see what the fuck is going on. See, this is called eyes. I want to see a fight scene. I want to see what the fuck is going on. Is that okay? Hollywood. Open your eyes, get your head out of your ass, and realize we do not like shaky cam. In fight scenes. No one likes it. Everyone hates it. Fucking stop it. I'm going to For how many decades we wanted a Stallone and Schwarzenegger movie, and I went in with low expectations. And what did we get? We did nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. There wasn't even that much fun banter between Arnold and Stallone. I don't think there was. There's more banter between, look at Tango and Cash. Hell, look at Red Heat. There's more banter between those characters than in this movie. There's not much fun banter between the two. I didn't see it. What were they? Other than those little fun Arnold bits, a lot of their dialogue was exposition. Well, I made this thing, and oh, that bald guy's going to help us. Does he praise to Allah? And, but he's going to tell Jim Caviezel, I need to go out here, and oh, they're having a steep plan, pretty much all fooling the warden, so he can go out there and has this device Stallone has, so he can look at the moon and write the coordinates, so that Stallone can see, oh, we're here. Uh, and then the bald guy who's with Allah is with the Arnold and Sly when they escape. Trying to break Stallone, which again was done much better in Lockup. Once in a while, cuts away to 50 Cent. The girl just said, "Oh, we don't know where he's at." The score, there's nothing to the score. I don't remember a single note from the score. Oh God, I swear. Oh my God, I swear I got a pain in my fucking belly right now. It's like a stab wound. Not that bad, but drink more of this to keep awake. And then what else happens in the film? Fuck, I might as well. I mean, they fake the warden out. Even though now Jim Caviezel knows who the fuck Stallone is, he's this escape artist guy, but yet they beat him up for a bit, but then for some reason they stop beating him up. I don't know why. Because then they let Arnold. Well, that's because the warden is very, very. What's the word? Uh, Easy pull the wool over his eyes. He's very gullible. Because Stone's like, yeah, I'll get him to tell you. He'll tell me. I'll get him to tell me what you want. And of course, the warden falls for it. And then this guy's like, yeah, they're making a escape plan. And the warden falls for it. I think he's pretty fucking gullible. Oh, but you won't have a movie. But nothing exciting happens in the middle. Like, nothing thrilling. Stallone, when he goes up and finds he's on a ship and going back or almost drowning, which you see in the trailer, I guess that's thrilling. Except I think the shit and stuff like Laka was more thrilling and more fulfilling. Pretty much they make believe that the riot's gonna be here, but no, the riot's here. Stallone punches a few, Arnold punches a few, I think, because there's so much fucking Shaky to. It's not even that long. Them and the ball guy go, they get some guns, they shoot like 3 people. They get down, the one ball guy gets hit. Stallone says, okay, Arnold, you go up that ladder. I gotta hit this control in the engine room near that so that you can get out. Wait for me. If I'm not here at a certain time by the helicopter. Oh, yeah, because how could I completely forget this? Oh, yeah, because it's forgettable. Sam Neill is in this as a doctor. Such a throwaway role, you wonder why the fuck Sam Neill took this role. He's in there less than 5 scenes. I mean, the first time when checking Stallone out in his first time in the box, so to speak, uh, trying to get him to talk when he's hurt and says, "Oh, look up this book and look up this page," and then when Sam Neill says, "Oh, you really," he figures out that he really is this guy, Ray Breslin, I believe his character's name, and pretty much gives him the coordinates. Stallone gives him coordinates, and Sam Neill types in a computer. And then he disappears. Sam Neill disappears from the movie. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Because you never see Sam Neill again. He types in the computer. Did he get killed from Jim Caviezel? Is it a deleted scene? Did he escape? What happened? I have no fucking clue. Just completely off the map. Uh, so that's why a helicopter comes onto the boat. Arnold's gonna get there, and he waits for Stallone. Stallone gets to go into the engine room. The bald guy is shooting guards. He gets killed, the bald guy. Stallone has a really shitty fight with Vinnie Jones, which they Vinny Jones throws Stallone. Vinny Jones grabs Stallone. Stallone elbows him, throws him down these fucking stairs. If there's more, you can't tell, because guess what the fuck else had this shit? God damn. Fight that Stallone had with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Expendables was better. I hate to say this. I was really disappointed in the fight in Expendables 2, but even the fight in Expendables 2 is better than the fight in this movie. Between Van Damme and Stallone. I was really disappointed in that fight, but even that's better than the fight in this one. There's nothing to this fight. Nothing. If there's something, please tell me. What was the something? Because I didn't see anything. It was forgettable. Nothing. Nothing. Stallone hits the button. Schwarzenegger gets out. He's running. People shoot at him. The helicopter comes. You get the one decent action bit. I say decent because he still fucked it up. There's a big machine gun. Arnold grabs it. Like the way it's shot. Shooting. Boom, boom, boom. Shoots these guys. Shoots these guys. Shoots these guys. And then, oh yeah, and then it cuts to Stallone hiding in this container with Jim Caviezel looking, so that when the time comes, Stallone can be flushed down like a toilet, like he's pissing shit, which makes sense. This is shitty, and he fucking floats out to the water, and as Arnold gets on the helicopter, he's going, sees Stallone. And I'm like, why'd you cut away so quick? Give us more of Arnold shooting that big fucking gun. Please. If I say pretty please, is that okay? Fucking writer, fucking director, is that okay? Is that alright? Would that be fair? It was a fucking unfair. Fucking move. Because even though, yeah, I know this is thrilling, but it's not thrilling. It's fucking boring. I swear to God, I wanted to leave. And I should have. So I stopped bitching. But no, I'm going to continue to bitch because I don't give a fuck. See his face? This is the don't give a fuck face. Is it the worst film of the year? No. I mean, yeah, Man of Steel is worse. After Earth, After Birth is worse. Deer Movie 5 is worse. But the whole shit, it's like, do you want a barrel of vomit? Do you want a barrel of crust-infested piss? Do you want a barrel of stinky shit? They all suck. And I think this film sucks. This is a waste of talent of Arnold and Sly. Waste. Watch Red Heat. Watch Tango and Cash. Watch a bunch of other fucking movies. I know those are buddy cop films, this is not that. But god damn it. This is nothing. Oh yeah, when Stallone gets on the ladder of the helicopter, Arnold drops the gun to Stallone. Stallone shoots the barrels by Jim Caviezel, says boom, and then it blows up, and Jim Caviezel is on fire, CGI fire. His CGI fire body flies away. Yeah, Stallone says boom, and then shoots. I think Arnold does say a fun line like, "Have a lovely day, asshole." I can't remember the line. I know it was a decent line. A couple of decent parts with Arnold doesn't say in the movie. A couple of decent parts were Arnold, and the one decent action bit was Arnold with the machine gun. It's funny, there's a poster with Arnold and Stallone holding these machine guns. Stallone never has a machine gun. Because he's the escape artist. I like the bit when they get out there and they land and they find out that the girl that hired Stallone was actually the daughter of Arnold, and a lot of this was so that Arnold was head of the agency and he was trapped there and he needed help, and the only help he could get was Stallone and Arnold's daughter. The little back and forth Arnold and Stallone has is decent. I wish that was the entire movie. I really do wish. But you wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first. But no, that's not the way it is. It should end on Arnold and Stallone. Does it end there? No. You gotta wrap up the Visit D'Onofrio bullshit. 50 Cent drugs them, and they put them in this fucking freighter in the middle of the ocean. Yay! And then Stallone's gonna ask this girl who I don't give a fuck about to dinner. Yay! And then the movie freeze frames. And like there's a fucking Goddamn sitcom. Freeze frame. Can't even do the freeze frame right. 80s freeze frame works. Even the freeze frame on Rocky. That's a film from the 70s, and they fuck up a freeze frame here. He's just stalling the girl way back, like this far back. And it's like, see him in shadow, and like, what the fuck is the freeze frame for? I was so pissed. I am so pissed. I am so pissed. Even with low expectations, I have an aneurysm on this. I'm glad this film bombed and made like 10 million. This film deserved a bomb. In fact, this film should have been direct to fucking DVD. I'm not bullshitting. I think this film should have been direct to DVD. I I wish I didn't see it in theater. I was pissed off seeing this in the theater. It's my fault, but I don't think this is worth a trip to the theater. That's my opinion. But hey, check it out for yourself, because I know a lot of people disagree with me on a lot of movies. So check out the movie for yourself. There's a lot of people who enjoy this film. I'm the only person I know that disliked it was me. Critics, I don't give a fuck about critics. I'm talking about people here. I say I don't give a fuck about critics, but sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't. But I'm talking about people here, people have taught or who have said they enjoy the film. That's fine. I don't. I think it's lame, limp dick of a film with a couple decent Arnold bits. You want action? What action? You want excitement? What excitement? You want thrills? What thrills? You want some boring side characters? You got it. You want a villain? John Caviezel? Yeah, he's better than the villain in Die Hard 5. I'd probably say I'd rather watch Die Hard 5 than this. At least I had some decent action scenes. Even with Shaky Cam, there's some action scenes that are so over the top, which is what you want to see in these kind of movies. You don't see Stallone and Schwarzenegger films, a lot of them, for the realistic qualities. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I love Commando, but it's not realistic. I love Rambo 2, but I know it's not realistic. It's fun. It's entertainment. Die Hard films, none of them are realistic. They're fun, entertaining. Die Hard 5 had a lot of problems, but at least I like some of the action. Here, I can't. Even that little bit with Arnold is ruined because it's too short. I saw some little CGI blood. It's rated R for some cussing. Including from Arnold, which is cool. I mean, I can say I like Arnold here a lot more than Expendables 2. I will say that. But I thought Arnold was good in The Last Stand. The Last Stand, I think, is better than this. I don't know what else to say. It's 33 minutes. I'm glad this film bombed. I don't think this film deserves to make money. I really don't. I would rather have waited for DVD, but that's me. And to be honest, I would not get this in my collection. Uh, who knows? Maybe a relative will know I like Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Well, they know I like them, so maybe they'll get it for me one day. But I really would not care to own this. I wouldn't care if I never owned this. I wouldn't care. Hell, I have Expendables 2 and Bullet to the Head. That's only because my relatives. God bless them. And I kept them because it's a gift for the Stallone collection. But I don't like those movies. This film just pissed me off. I'm done with Stallone movies in theaters. I'm never watching a Stallone film in the theater again. I know a lot of times I say shit and backtrack, like I escape plan. I kept telling people, oh, I want to see it on DVD. Then I heard good things. I'm like, you know what? Let me, settle down, go with low expectations. And I was pissed. I'm bored. I mean, this fucking movie's lame. This fucking movie is so fucking lame. I want to punch the world. How I punch the world? Ready to punch the camera. Okay, I'm done. I'm fucking pissed. Fucking pissed. I can't help it. I'm just pissed.